Guess who's back? Back again. So it has been close to a month, I think, since we last did Let's Play all the Halo games. Let's Play 7 years of, or not 17, wow. 15 years of Halo. Man, it has been too long! And the reason actually that I stopped for a bit is because I didn't want this to just become a Let's Play channel. I didn't want to saturate it with just like, let's play this, let's play that. Because I know you guys want more meaningful commentaries and stuff, but nope, we're back, we're doing it again because a lot of people said, what happened to playing all the Halo games? At this rate, it's going to take till Halo 7 for you to finish all of the Halo games. So, fine, you guys get your wish. We're playing Two Betrayals, which definitely, I actually do enjoy a little bit more than Assault on the Control Room, if I can be perfectly honest. I don't know if maybe it's like a mixture of the Flood there to just kind of like spice up the combat just a little bit, but it feels like less painful, because Assault on the Control Room, my main problem with it is how long it takes to beat that level. Like, it's very repetitive. Come here. There we go. Alright, let's get out of here. I also, man, on a side note, I got myself an Xbox Elite controller, and it is my first ever controller with like paddles on the back. I never had scuffs or anything like that, so it's weird, like, not needing to press B or A or anything, just like tapping buttons that are on the back of the controller. It's really strange. I've been experimenting with different button layouts, like I've been trying out bumper jumper, but right stick doesn't feel right in Halo 5. Like, there definitely is a distinct advantage with being able to like scope in and scope out very, very quickly that, you know, is due to the smart scoping, the way it's just like, it's all tied to your auto aim. It does different things with like the bullet magnetism and stuff like that, so I don't know. It doesn't feel right though, I won't lie. I miss just pressing right stick in order to slightly zoom in your weapon, but oh well. So let's get in here. Come here, you. This is also very refreshing because I've been playing a lot of Deus Ex Mankind Divided lately, and Mankind Divided, by the way, is an incredible game. I have it on the PC, although the PC version isn't that good. In fact, it's quite bad. It's very poorly optimized, but it's a pretty looking game, and it's a lot of fun. I mostly play games like that, stealth, like almost exclusively stealth, because I don't like killing people. And so it's kind of refreshing to play Halo, where it's like I don't need to, every level doesn't take like 18 hours to beat. I'm just sitting here, I'm guns blazing, just blowing up everything in my path. And also the frame rate is going to hell right now, because Deus Ex on the PC plays in 60 frames per second and above, and this is like 30 and below. Also, 480p. Here we go. Yep, there's the, there we go, we got you. Alright. Oh no, he's shooting us, guys. Man, this is before you could actually get into the Wraiths. You couldn't even hijack in this game. That was the thing that was introduced in Halo 2. And so for some of you asking why we're not playing on the MCC, the reason is because we are playing through the originals. We're playing this on the original Xbox, just like we're going to play Halo 2 on the original Xbox. Although I'm going to have to probably get myself a new copy of Halo 2 because my Xbox copy doesn't work anymore. I think age has finally caught up to it. That, and I don't play Halo 2 very much, so I don't really take care of the disc. Hello? Nobody's home. Alright. So here we go, we gotta stand next to this thing, and then it takes down our shields, and let's get out of here. Yeah, this is like, man, I like it better than Assault on the Control Room, definitely, because it's paced a little bit better, and also The enemy variety makes it less tedious, but it's still like, we're in the second half of Halo Combat Evolved, and this is where the game goes downhill. Because it's just like, hey, remember that you played like our entire game? Well, now you're going to play it backwards, but with Flood, which are infinitely less interesting to fight than the Covenant. But, you know, at least there's enemy variety this time. They're spicing it up just a little bit. Remember when you could hover the Banshees kind of like this? You could have them stationary in the air. Okay, let's get out of here. Alright, and so this is just kind of like how the level plays. You know, nothing really to it. I'm trying to think of other things that we can talk about. What stuff has been going on besides my Xbox Elite controller? Well, I'm thinking of getting myself a GTX 1080. It's pretty expensive. It's a new high-end graphics card, but I was thinking, you know what, my PC is due for an upgrade, so, you know what, I might as well just fork over the cash and buy myself the new graphics card and worry about the monetary consequences later, because it definitely will not put me in debt. Like, I have enough to afford it, but it's like, do I need it? Like, a new graphics card is more of like a luxury at this point, because I can run the Battlefield 1 alpha incredibly well. My PC runs it at 144 frames per second, so do I need a GTX 1080? Maybe I should get myself a 4K monitor. I gotta get myself upgraded. Preparing for the Xbox Scorpio, right? Am I right? No. Honestly, okay, so here's the thing about the Xbox Scorpio, in my opinion. I know that Microsoft said 4K resolution, but I don't think all their games will be 4K resolution. I think that's unrealistic to expect that there's going to be Scorpio games playing at 4K. Also, something that worries me is if the Xbox Scorpio is supposedly like the most powerful console that will be on the market, you know, even more powerful than the PS4 Neo and stuff, what does that mean then for the Xbox One? Because I know that they said they will, like, there will be no Scorpio exclusives, but it's like, okay, so does that mean that all games on the Scorpio will then be downgraded because they have to compensate for the Xbox One's inferior hardware? Like, I don't know, it's like, are we going to have a 360 problem all over again, where for the first couple years of the Xbox One's lifespan, Xbox One games were downgraded so that they could, like, so that it was possible to port them to the 360? I don't know, I'm worried. Here we go. I thought I saw something on my motion capture. I'm getting, like, I'm worried about this console generation. That's why I'm starting to, like, move towards PC, because I'm like, oh no. You know, the console manufacturers, they're starting to get a little bit crazy. It's only been a few years and we're already seeing, like, more new high-end consoles. You know, my PS4, I've only had it for about 2 years now. And I mean, I don't play my PS4 that much, so I'm definitely not going to be getting the PS4 Neo unless, you know, I absolutely have to because of something. And also because I don't want to sell my PS4 because I got myself PT back when that was a huge thing, and now you can't download PT again. And so I'm like, that would literally do a disservice to PT if I sold my PS4 and never ever had access to it again. It's like this relic of gaming that all gamers should hold on to and never let go. If you guys don't know what PT is, it was a PS4 exclusive demo for the canceled Silent Hill game, and it is terrifying. And because Konami is Konami, and Konami is the worst, they took it off the PSN store, and now you can't download it anymore, and that's a pity because it is a work of art, that demo. But here we go. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm really worried about this console generation. I think Sony and Microsoft, they don't really know what they want to do because, like, PCs are already so, like, out there in terms of power that there's no way that consoles will ever catch up. Like, with the 360, obviously that was way less powerful than any, PC at the time, but, like, the 360 was such a, like, diverse console. It was so easy to develop for that it was like you could trick people into thinking games were good looking. You could manipulate the software to create some pretty good looking games, but now it's like PCs are outpacing consoles so heavily that it's like now it's kind of like a joke how underpowered consoles are, and so Microsoft and Sony are panicking because they're like, oh my god, we gotta put out more powerful consoles to compete, so people stop laughing at our inferior hardware. And now it's like, oh my god, does that mean we're gonna get like a more powerful version of the current console every couple of years? I'm like, I don't have the money to dish out like $500 every 2 years on a new console. Like, I'm sorry, it's not worth it. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm hoping that Microsoft sticks to their guns and releases their games on Windows 10, although they've already backtracked on that because, like, silently after E3 they like updated the description of Play Everywhere, I think it's called, where if you buy a game on the Xbox One you also get the PC version, and it was like only some Xbox One games will be playable on Windows 10, and they like silently updated it without making a public statement, which that's pretty slimy. So I'm scared that they're still gonna try to push consoles and like screw over other gamers, like PC gamers, by not allowing Halo on PC. Although I have high hopes that we're going to be seeing them release that Master Chief Collection port that they have for PC on, well, PC. I have high hopes that they'll do that because I do want to play the original Halos on PC. Originals include Halo 3 and Halo 4. I'd love to see Halo 4 on PC with like mouse and keyboard support. I mean, not the multiplayer, mind you, but the campaign I'd love to play through on PC. Instead of press X to kill the didact, press spacebar to kill the didact. I'm also, man, I can't believe that custom games and Forge are coming to PC soon. That's going to be crazy. I'm going to have to contact other Halo YouTubers, ones that I'm actually still friends with, and see if we can all organize a game of like 4v4 in custom games on Windows 10. Because that would be awesome! And I'll try to upload lots of games for you guys when it comes to that, if you guys want to see that. Although it's a pity that they didn't take advantage of PC hardware. I get why, but it's still a pity. The PC port of Halo 5's Forge still downgrades animations at a certain distance. So, enemies that are a few feet away from you, they still look like they're claymation monsters with jerky animations. The anti-aliasing solution doesn't look that good from what I've seen. There are a few shimmery edges and stuff, but I don't know. That's just technical fluff that I like. I'm just hoping Halo 6 is a good-looking game, because graphically, Halo 5 is, like, good. Like, it's definitely obvious that it's not, like, the kind of, like, outdated visuals are not a result of, like, just incompetence when it comes to the engineering. It's very obvious that it was downgraded because of Xbox One hardware. And also, in some instances, it's just poor art direction. I look at Raid on Apex 7, that map. I definitely do think a majority of why parts of Halo 5 look mediocre. Like Genesis's levels, Raid on Apex 7, Meridian. It's just bad art design. At least that's my opinion. Because graphically, on paper, Halo 5 is quite impressive looking. Like, the tech behind it. Not the visuals, but the tech is impressive. Like, if someone was to get their hands on the Halo 5 engine and build a game from the ground up using it, they could make a very good looking game. Like, very good looking. Alright. Yeah, on this level, you want to just stick with the Ghost, because the Ghost doesn't slip and slide on the ice like the Warthog does. You know, because it's floating. Because this is Halo 1, where Ghosts float like 10 feet in the air. Man, they float so high in this game. Come here, you. I'm going to be taking some of your Banshees. Oh, no. This game's incredibly dark on the original Xbox. They really brightened it up for Halo CE Anniversary. Where is he? There he is. Come here, you're starting to annoy me a little bit, buddy. I know it's your job, because you all are crazy, crazy cultists. But I gotta... There we go. Alright. You know, I've got a mission to complete. There are space zombies that I gotta stop. Which Bungie is like really obsessed with zombies. That's something that I've noticed. Bungie really likes their zombies, because they had zombies in Marathon, they had zombies in Halo, and now they have zombies in Destiny with the Hive, I think they're called, if I remember right. I don't know, I haven't played Destiny in so long. Because, to be fair, why would you? But... Here we go. Ooh, we got some pretty violins going on. Hello? Knock knock. Oh my gosh. It is like a single frame per second. There are so many enemies that the game is throwing a temper tantrum. Oh boy. I didn't. I knew that wasn't going to end well. I apologize if I don't have much to say, if like nothing I say has any like value, because that's something that I want to do whenever I like make these commentaries and stuff, these like Let's Play 15 Years of Halo episodes, is like, okay, they're Let's Plays, and there are so many channels that do Let's Plays. Like, I am literally doing nothing original. So I want to at least make sure that, like, my babbling while I play the game is at least, like, meaningful? Like, that you're gonna walk away with something from what I'm talking about? So it's not just me, like, no, we're walking through a hall, another door opens, we're getting in a Banshee. But, like, I don't know, sometimes I run out of stuff to talk about. You know, I don't want to come across as just, like, a boring person with no personality. Like tons of Let's Play channels out there that are trying to get big, and sadly, they just don't have the chops for Let's Play. You're done! You're done, kids! Alright. Let's clean them out. Man, this Banshee is so cool! Why don't future Halo games have Banshees that like this, that just like hover? Some kind of, like, orbital Banshee, like, Banshees designed for, like... I'm trying to think, because that actually wouldn't make sense if they were Banshees designed for use out in outer space. And then, wouldn't they perform worse in an atmosphere? But you know what I'm talking about, like, some Banshees that have, like, models of Banshees in the Halo games that have the ability to just, like, hover in place and stuff. Kind of UFO-esque, where they'll just come in, they'll hover in place, they'll shoot up a thing. It just actually reminded me of the Phaeton. You know what, that's pretty much what the Phaeton is, but... I really miss the Falcon. No, not the Falcon, the Hornet. No, the Falcon's stupid. Everyone's sitting here wanting the Falcon to come to Halo 5. Unless I'm completely misremembering the name. It's the thing from Reach. The thing that wasn't as cool as the Hornet, because the Hornet actually had guns on it. Man, why do you want the Falcon to come back? Why not the Hornet? I apologize. I usually like screw up on the names of things from Reach just because that's a game that I didn't play a lot of, so a lot of the things in that game I haven't stored in my memory banks in the deep recesses of my brain. Now ask me about anything from Halo 3. I could tell you a lot about those things. Name a thing from Halo 3. I'll tell you exactly what it's used for. There's Firebomb, Bubble Shield, Energy Drain. Come on. I can name anything from Halo 3. Submachine Gun, Magnum, Mauler. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing that. The joke is wearing thin. The Mauler's so cool though, right? Like, it's so useless as a weapon. Like, why not just get yourself a shotgun? It's literally better. But like the Mauler, it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's that it's semi-automatic, maybe there really is a range buff, but I always feel like I do better when I have the Mauler over the Halo 3 shotgun. Oh man, they're playing my favorite piece of music from this game. Do you guys hear it? I love this music. I miss when Halo had, like, you know, music like this. Like, it wasn't just all bombastic, epic Hollywood, like, you know, generic, like, action music like Halo 5. And not really Halo. Like, here's the thing. Halo 5 sounds more like a Halo game than Halo 4 did. But it's, like, a less creative Halo game, if that makes any sense. Like, a lot of tracks in Halo 5 don't sound very original. Like, they just sound like they could fit into literally any Hollywood movie, and it would work out. Like, none of them are memorable or, like, here, I'll put it this way. Nobody will look back on Halo 5's soundtrack the same way they look back on, like, this game's soundtrack. You know, just because Halo 5's soundtrack doesn't do enough to distinguish itself from other video game soundtracks. And it's just, like, it's a pity, because Kazuma Jinochi composed 117 from Halo 4, which is legitimately one of the best Halo soundtracks ever made. And it's just kind of like a pity that Halo 5 wasn't the A game that I wanted it to be. Oh my god, we gotta get ourselves a gun. A gun or something. I see a needler. Come here. Man, remember when the needles were blue? Oh man. Come on. Also, remember how good this needler was against the little floodlings? The little infection forms? This thing, all you have to do is aim at a crowd of floodlings and just open fire. And it would, like, track each individual floodling and just pop them instantly. Here we go. Alright, we got ammo for this thing. Yeah, because in Halo 1, you can't punch the flood. It does very little against them. Here was the assault rifle. Alright, there we go. We got weapons now, guys. Let's get out of here. God, I love this so much. It's such a pity that for Halo CE Anniversary, they kept this valley, like, super bright and stuff. Because I always liked, in the original version, how dark this, like, canyon was. You know, the only thing that was illuminating the area were, like, the lights. It was just like, it was spooky, you know? The Flood were here. It's zombie time. I used to be the biggest fan of zombies. When I want to say 12 to 17 was like my zombie addiction phase. And it's funny, actually, because a lot of people like walking zombies. Like, they think those are better than the running zombies. I actually think running zombies are scarier, and not just because it's like, boo, it's faster, you know, like Hollywood told me running zombies are better. I just think it's, like, scarier, because, like, a walking zombie, I guess I think too literally, and I'm just like, like, it's not scary. I mean, the concept of a zombie is terrifying, that it's not actually a person, it's just, like, a husk that is still moving and trying to kill you. Like, that's pretty scary, that it's literally just the dead tissue still moving. But, like, just, I don't know, like, walking, I feel like I would be more terrified if, picture yourself in your bedroom. Like, for me, you know, let's say I was, like, a kid again, and then I come out of my bedroom, and at the very end of the hall, there's a zombie sitting there. And then it sees me. If it sprinted across the room at me, that would terrify me more than if it just slowly shambled over to me. And also another thing that's very interesting for me is I don't like when zombies snarl. I think that's really stupid when they're like, you know, instead of like Left 4 Dead, when they make noises like Left 4 Dead or 28 Weeks Later, like just snarling. Although 28 days and weeks later, they handled it pretty okay. I mean, there were some instances of zombies snarling, but I never thought that was, like, scary, because it always just sounded like a person making a snarling sound, if that makes sense. Like, for a zombie, one of the things that needs to be scary for a zombie is it needs to be unnatural. Like, it needs to move in an unnatural way. There's this one, like, zombie movie that I saw a while ago, where for the zombies, they all ran in it, but whenever the zombies ran, they applied some kind of, like, filter over the zombies, and so what it would do is they, like, sped up the footage of the zombies moving and cut out a few frames here and there, so the zombies, when they were sprinting at people, it looked very jittery and jerky, and like it didn't look like it was moving in a way that a person could move, and that was terrifying. Oh boy. A good example, like, I like moaning zombies. I mean, it can't be, like, silly. It has to be genuinely kind of, like, weird and unnerving, like when zombies just kind of, like, moan, like, wheeze and stuff. Just because people don't make that noise. That's kind of weird. Stop doing that. You're creeping me out. But also, if you guys have ever seen Undead Nightmare for Red Dead Redemption, I thought that did zombies brilliantly. Because the way, like, the zombies would run at you, but they would, like, have their heads cocked back. Like, they wouldn't even be looking at you. Their bodies would just be, like, moving towards you, and their necks would be broken or something, so their heads would be, like, flopping to the side, but their bodies would still be moving at you. And they made, like, these creepy, ethereal, like, yells and screams that were all warped and distorted. Like, it sounded like the shadow of a person yelling at you. That was pretty creepy, and I thought they did zombies really well. If you guys remember back when Call of Duty was really good, Call of Duty's Nazi zombie mode in World at War, that was pretty terrifying, the way that they did the zombies there. Trying to think of other instances of just, like, really well done zombies. Here, let's get out of here. We're coming up. Yeah, but that's kind of like, I don't know. Zombies, I feel like, are a very overplayed genre. And for good reason. You know, zombies are definitely not cool anymore. But a little place in my heart is still like, one day it'll be cool to like zombies again. Just, you know, today's not that day. Although the Flood will always be cool. The Flood as zombies are really cool. And something actually that I really like about the Flood is, like, remember how I was talking about, like, how they need to also sound not like a person? Like, the Flood's groans, for the most part, I don't really like just kind of like the, you know, and stuff. Like, I think that's kind of, you know, you could be a little bit more creative than just growling. But the shrieks that they made in Halo 2, you know, when they were coming from a distance and you just heard the echoes of shrieks, that was really good. I like that. And then also in Halo 3, I liked how sometimes the Gravemind would speak through the Flood. So it's like they're they're shambling towards you, and they're just like speaking in these like cryptic rhymes and stuff. Like, that stuff's creepy. I like that. It's unnatural. It's unnerving. A person wouldn't do that. You know, it's not like The Walking Dead, where it's very clearly a person in makeup just going, and stuff. But, man, that was an interesting episode. We started talking about Xbox Elite controllers, and then ended with what makes a zombie scary. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will definitely be pumping more of these out if you want. And also, I will get right to the next episode of Halo SPV3. But anyways, guys, I'll see you all later.